can fuck with it.
Yeah, because he has to.
Okay.
For you to, he to give up his life for you. We don't have to give up our lives for them.
No, because we do. When we bear these children, we are the closest that we ever get to death. We don't have to do that. But when we get into these relationships, especially marriage, it is, I'm not going to say it's a given, but most people would like to bear children. So yes, they are going to give up their life for us as far as the protection, but we still risk our life to give that man some type of legacy, I guess.
Saying what Coco said.
From a biblical
You still need a response. Coco, hold on. You still need a response to what you said. So Coco was saying that point is moot because 70% of the kids are being had out of wedlock. So it can't be the value of you giving something for him because you're not doing it within the confines of a marriage. So who is it actually for?
But if he's
Which you can't correct.
Arnold was saying something. Arnold was saying something in the Discord. And he was talking about standing firm on, as far as a man, I would say, as far as a man standing on one's principles and standards and everything. And that if a man wavers in that and starts acquiescing at every turn, not so much compromise, right? Because compromise is necessary in the relationship on both ends, right? That's what a compromise is. Both ends, both the man and the woman will compromise certain things in order to come to, a set agreement or set direction or whatever, right? But outside of compromise, just bending and acquiescing to one's standards and principles, that man is not going to be respected by that woman. And to that point, I would have to agree with him on that.
That's my talking point. That ain't Arnold talking point.
Well, that's what he was saying in the Discord earlier.
God damn it!
Everybody join the Discord, okay? We don't. But
that's what me and Arnold arguing about. We don't ask for enough shit, and if you keep bending the knee, you're gonna keep bending the knee, right?
Right. And I would say in that instance within a relationship, if a man is constantly acquiescing based on not compromising, but acquiescing to their firm standards and principles, then that man is not going to be respected in that relationship. And I would tend to agree with him on that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think we had a conversation about like liberties, right? I think I was saying that to Saul on one panel. When you acquiesce, people start to take liberties with you, right? They kind of start to be a little bit loose with you, and that's what will happen if you continue to acquiesce to that extent. Right now, they think they can kind of push a limit or abuse the fact that you've given them their way. I actually experienced that. Right, I was kind of like lenient on a holiday, and then my wife was like, "Oh, but you lasted." I said, "See, now I got to put the big hand on everything." You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, right? Because you just see, like, So yeah, 100%. I think that's solid in terms of just logically, give him an inch, take him out, right? Is basically what he was conveying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's fair.
Basically, like your non-negotiables type shit.
Yeah, we do a lot of that, and I think maybe, Krishana, what you think?
In regards to men are
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I thought you were asking me, but you guys got to talk.
Oh, no. I was, it's right off. It's right off of what we're saying, though.
Okay.
Like he acquiescing, Women have seen men do just about anything for a vagina, right? They've been able to leverage vagina for many different reasons, right? I wonder if the respect level is lost because men have bent the knee so much. And therefore, how can he try to correct her when she don't respect him? And she thinks she could just call the police and everything's even now. And she think he a wimp too because brawn don't matter. And also, whenever he asks for something, he in the phone is Chili's because he could be slotted in that way because she got, she could leverage her access. It's like, how did they get there? You know what I mean? Like what chicken or the egg,
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to make sure that I'm following the question properly. So, do I think that if you basically give an inch to a woman, is she gonna abuse that? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, I would say, or just being able
Okay.
to manipulate men, right, with the chance of sex, access to sex,
Mhm.
etc., right, and see how weak have men have been, right? Does that cause women to look at men in a weaker way or lose respect? And then when men try to correct, they're like, "Nigga, you were just
Okay, you beat
pushing
this
my
up.
car to the gas station so you could maybe, you know, or you know what I mean?" Like,
Um, to a degree, from my understanding of the things that you share with me. So, I do believe that if you, I'm being a riddler to that, like that person was saying. I do believe that if you allow certain things to happen, someone will be comfortable in repeating certain behavior patterns. I think that how you can get away from doing that is set a standard in the beginning and operate how you normally do. So then that way, a person is already clear on the expectations and what they can and cannot do. I think that if a woman is in a position where she thinks that I've heard somebody use this word like finesse an individual, um, then they'll continue to do it as long as it's allowed. But I don't actually believe that a woman can truly finesse a man unless he wants to let her do it. Does that make sense? I was trying to answer the several,
yeah,
things
yeah,
that
that
you were
makes sense.
mentioning.
I
That's
think
it.
it's
What I
conduct.
gathered.
Yeah, I'm telling you, more and more, I think men are assuming y'all have bad, poor conduct. I don't think that
Mm,
you are being looked at as innocent.
mm,
Like if
And
men
that's
don't even want to
unfortunate.
help, yeah, I'm just saying, if men don't even want to help in the gym, right? Because niggas is like, yo, I can't help you because you might accuse me of something.
Mhm.
I don't know if this was a real
Hmm.
story, but this dude,
Same.
it looked fake. But this dude saved this woman from being hit by a car, and she sued him because she said that he touched her in the wrong place
But yeah,
while
that
snatching her
type of
out the
stuff
way.
happens.
Is that
That
real?
type, well, I don't know
So
if that, but that stuff
So think
happens.
about
mm,
that, right? You got the guy. Now this is real. In the Walmart parking lot, got shot to death trying to help that woman that was
Hmm.
like wrestling with her boyfriend or some shit.
mm,
Another dude got shot over a parking spot. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
It just like so there's a few different reasons why men to be standoffish, and then there's a time where man go to help, right? And he get in a fight with the dude and the girl that the guy arguing with jump on his back.
Hmm.
Hmm.
My niggas like
Hmm.
fuck
I don't.
that.
Yeah, I just don't think that
She probably
those
did
are the
something.
majority of instances. You know what I'm
No,
saying? I
I'm
always
saying
say, "Hey, public service announcement,
Callie.
right? If you
I'm
see me
saying,
getting jumped by some nigga at the fucking gas station, all right, I didn't start the shit. Come and help me, or at the very least, call fucking 911 or something like that, because I ain't
yeah,
start that shit.
I'm saying,
All right?
be serious for a second. Niggas
No,
don't
I'm
think
being
that
dead
y'all,
ass.
what I'm saying is niggas don't think that y'all didn't start it. I'm telling you, I think that's
Yeah.
becoming a normal disposition that niggas don't think you didn't start it. You know,
And and that's what I'm saying. That's unfortunate.
I don't know. Oh,
Hey,
was there
I'm
something
with
somebody
them
wanted to
folks.
respond
My
to?
folks.
Was somebody was trying to talk when I was reading the super chat? Y'all want to respond to one of them? Was it Aaliyah? I'm not sure. I thought it
I don't
was. I'm
remember.
mistaken. I'm mistaken. I'm mistaken. I thought
And
it
I want to
Uh-uh.
was.
respond to
I
you.
think on that last.
Huh?
I want to respond to you. That jab from about being from Houston. Look, I knew I was in Southwest A-Leaf, Texas. If you know, you know. But you're right. I can't say anything. That's why we were in the house. That's why me and mine was in the house because it was a wild, wild west out there.
Yeah, it's a
But
whole lot of
I heard the
people.
shot. I heard
I'm
the
just
shot.
saying, it's how many people live in Houston. Was it this one? No, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It was
I
one I
was
I'm
thought I
gonna be
heard.
putting on my glasses, Hamp. Jesus Christ.
about that. Whichever one had the control and correction. I think it works both ways for men as far as control. Correction could come off as control to women is like the sentiment that I got from that. But at the same time, I think it's the same with men. It's not about correcting; it's about control too. And you just may have to decipher and have some discernment in when that man is trying to correct you or control you. In the
But what's
same
wrong
way,
with being controlled?
I mean,
Excuse me?
if you like
I'm
that
not a
booty,
dog that needs a leash.
Coco.
Well,
Look,
oh my goodness. Let's even-
Wait, I just have a clarifying question. Miss Coca, can you please give us more detailed as what do you mean when you say control?
um,
Like
when I say
supervision, like provision, like I'm
when I say control, I mean that whoever you're submitting to says they have the final say. What they say goes. Ain't no trying to buck the system. Ain't no nagging him to death so you can get your way. If you're under a man's leadership, meaning you think that he is the person who is your protection in your head, he is going to control. A man who tries to please their woman every turn, he that's a shaky ground to be on because we're never satisfied. So a man should be in control. A man should be able to be like, hey, this is what it is. Not to say he's not going to love and respect and take you into consideration because he will. But because unfortunately, if we're left to our own devices for the most part, we do a lot of crazy, reckless things. I'm not saying men are not reckless. I'm just saying women generally by themselves, it doesn't end well. Financially, it doesn't end well. In retirement, it doesn't end well.
so
So
because
yeah, go ahead.
okay, so
I
this
understand because I understand the sentiments, will agree. Because you said the respect aspect, like he respects you and it's not like
Yeah.
like a slave master type deal, I can fuck with it.
Yeah, because he has to, for
okay.
you to, he has to give up his life for you. We don't have to give up our lives for them.
No,
That's
no, no,
not
no,
the
no,
exchange.
no. Because we do. When we bear these children, we are the closest that we ever get to death. We don't have to do that. But when we get into these relationships, especially marriage, it is, I'm not gonna say it's a given, but most people would like to bear children. So yes, they are going to give up their life for us as far as the protection, but we still risk our life to give that man some type of legacy, I guess.
But most of us are having children out of wedlock. So if we're not giving our lives up for the man, then who are we giving our lives up for?
You said what?
Well, most of us are not having children in wedlock.
Well,
So if we're giving
I'm
our,
talking about specifically in the relationship aspect because we were talking about relationships. So when we're talking about
yeah,
relationships
Mhm.
and you said um he's going to control I could get with that. You also said that he gives us protection, and when I think about relationships and marriages, I think about okay, yes, he's giving me protection, and when I enter this covenant or this commitment or this partnership, whatever the word is that makes people feel comfortable, I'm also giving him something as well. And when I give him that
yeah.
life, I am risking. So I think I'm not going to say it's an equal exchange, but there is some type of exchange.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm coming from a biblical
Coco,
worldview that
just
a man is.
say it more concise, right? So
Yeah.
I
Well, sorry.
tried.
no, you're
I'm
fine,
just
son. I'm saying what
Oh.
Coco
I'm just coming
said.
from a biblical
You still need a
worldview.
response, Coco. Hold on. You still need a response to what you
Right.
said. So Coco was saying that point is moot because 70% of the kids are being had out of wedlock. So it can't be the value of you giving something for him because you're not doing it within the confines of a marriage. So who is it actually for?
But if he's protecting you and we're not married, because that was the thing
It
that you
still
said
be
about
the same
protection.
because yeah, it still would be the same because traditionally a lot of people are steering away, unfortunately, from marriage and are doing what is it called, like common law.
The marriage
So
rate was
it's
up last year.
okay. So yeah, common law, marriage, it's still some type of protection, and you still, I don't know, risking your life. They risking their life. Life is being risked.
Well, no. So the man in the marriage, right? He's supposed to give his life for his woman. You were saying that they potentially can lose their life for the child. Coco was saying, well, that's moot because they're not having these children in relationships.
Okay, but if I'm still getting confused because if we're talking about relationships, then why are we bringing outside
Because
relationships?
most of the kids are outside relationships.
Okay, but we're talking strictly about relationships. So if we're talking strictly
No,
about
you said
relationships,
babies. I thought you said having babies.
yeah, because we're talking about the aspect of marriage. So if we're in a marriage or a committed relationship or whatever, a partnership, if the bargain, if the thing is he's giving you protection, you're also giving him life. So yeah, I
Okay,
do
got you.
understand that certain people have these
Most.
relationships most.
Yeah. So I guess what? So she's supposed to be doing something special for him. However, the overwhelming majority are doing it for who? Like, why is that only pertaining to relationship, but it's not happening in mass?
Okay, so
Wait, so
even go ahead,
It's a good
Kyler.
point.
are we saying that the relationship that we're premising? Okay, are we premising relationship on marriage, or are we talking about just committed relationships, like just in general?
Many relationships are pretty arbitrary.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm speaking
All
of
right,
marriage.
I'm just trying to follow, but okay, I'm not arguing against it. I was just trying to understand.
I'm just saying because I understand the point, but it falls apart because most women are seemingly just willing to risk their life for any nigga then.
Mm.
Because who are we having the kids by?
Any nigga.
So outside
And
of
are we
marriage, it's
and
just
are
kind of
we and
arbitrary.
are we saying that men should be willing to risk his life for just any woman? Because that would be a correlation. Or are we saying men should be willing
Okay.
to risk his life for his wife? You see, because we're going off of what we can
Mm-hmm.
grasp.
Yeah, you make the one-to-one comparison. I
Yeah,
follow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not saying again, from my worldview, in terms of relationally, you're not supposed to just submit to any man, any random man. But let's stick with the husband and wife scenario. So you said that women put their lives on the line for their husbands, for their children, but that's not just I. It's not just his child; it's our child.
It's
He
our
is
child,
putting
but
his.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
No,
ahead.
you can continue. No, you was in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so it's our child. So it's not that he's the only one benefiting from it. I benefited from it too. And then also it's both of us who's made this child. It takes, half his DNA, half my DNA to make the child. So it's different because if he's putting his life on the again, we have different roles. But if he's putting his life on the line, that's it. Like my job is not to stand in front of a bullet for him. That's not my role.
I
But
understand
but
that, but I
the
think
thing
we
of black
dismiss.
women, my bad,
I
sorry.
think. Oh no, you're fine. I think that we dismiss how much a woman um give their life to a man. So yes, men protect us. I think that we negate what women bring to the table too. So not only do we take care of the child, we take care of the home, we nurture the family, we nurture that man. So yes, he's given us protection and I respect that protection, but it's like also a lot of women lose their stuff in these roles to fulfill the man and to fulfill the role of being that mother and that nurturer. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not negating what
I
you're
agree.
saying. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying
agree
that
that a lot of
because
women.
really, Coco, as a woman, which is this is my first time being on the panel with you, and I watched the other panels. You smart, you bring out a lot of statistics and things, but especially amongst women of color, that we have a higher rate of dying in pregnancy than any other race. And so, if what to Sai's point, and going to your point as far as yes, we both had this kid together, but you're the one delivering that child. You are. So in certain states, if something goes awry, they're going to try to save that baby. And it ain't gonna be your husband over there like, well, give him my life, give her my life. It's they're gonna take that baby. If something happened to you, it's casualty of giving birth.
Well,
So
I was
on
in that situation. I was in that situation where my
so
life
how
was
you
on the
gonna
line, and they
understand
tried to save. No, no, no. But that's whoa. That's why I'm speaking to this. My life
she
was
didn't
on the
ignore the
line.
point.
My baby's life was on the.
No, Coco, no, because you just asked, how are we giving our life? And she gave you the example of children, and then you just try to come back that. Just like
No,
earlier,
no. I said
wait a minute. Just like earlier, when I was trying to give you the example, like going back and forth with Hamp and saying that, hey, if Hamp comes in as that, even a random stranger, and I was trying to give that across to you, like, yeah, he gave that protection, and you were acting like you couldn't understand it. But then later you brought up the thing when I said something about you and having a mouth, and you said, well, there were men around me that told me, hey, da da da. So it's like, you, no, you understand, and now you're trying to act like you didn't understand, but then you did understand. No, you see what Saad is saying, and I don't even got to be married for that situation to happen. As far as me being on the table and something happening to where it's choosing between my life and the child's life. So you were in that situation. So why did you bring up?
Well, my point when giving birth is I'm not putting my life on the line for my husband. I'm putting the life on the line for our children. And I think the issue comes with having.
Like, you just did the same thing. Like, we're both in this thing together. It's half me, half him. So how am I?
You gonna let her finish the point?
My bad. You right.
No, I'm trying. So Saad said that yes, the man is supposed to put the life for the wife. But on the flip side, the woman puts her life on the line for the husband. I disagree. The woman puts her life on the line for their children because I don't make the children by myself. It is our children. It's not just my child. So I'm putting my life on the line for our progeny, not for him.
Yeah, that's the obvious.
But I do agree. With God.
Are you saying it's 1-to-1, Alexis? And so you're saying that him giving his life for you is the same thing as you potentially giving your life for the child?
That's literally what they're saying.
No, well, I think Saad's greater point was that we don't want to dismiss what the woman. I'm sorry.
Let's process it, right? Well, no, yeah, because nobody made a dismissal. What I'm asking is that the comparison being made? Him dying for you is the same thing as you potentially dying when giving birth to your child.
That was one of the caveats that I brought up. But my overarching point was that when women enter relationships, I don't think that people understand the level of selflessness that a woman actually has when they are in this relationship. When a woman mostly leaves a man due to divorce for whatever reason, it literally takes that woman everything to rebuild. So a man can move on and rebuild himself, and it can happen literally in a snap. It does not happen like that for a woman. So yes, the man may physically give his life, but that woman still physically, well, not physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally depleted herself for this man.
Yeah, it speaks to the super chat. It speaks to the super chat about the disposability, right? Because we're quite literally saying this man would die for her, right? And then we're saying, yeah, but after that.
And no, I'm saying, so yeah, the man
what it actually
her.
does, Saad, ironically, is minimizes what the man is ass willing and should do for his wife. That's what actually is happening in the statement.
So what I'm trying to convey is that a man may give his life, but a woman is giving her life as well.
But it's not the same side because he's literally giving his life. So once his life is given,
I never said that a man literally had to give. For one, I never said that a man had to literally give his life. That's for one. I said protection. For two, I'm also stating that when a woman selflessly enters that union, gives herself to that man, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, she didn't give all her all." That she you don't know if that woman does. A woman can mentally.
Aaliyah, let her finish it.
A woman can literally be stripped of everything. Like, I don't think y'all understand the mental capacity of how that can fuck up a woman.
No, so I agree with you on that.
I'm not saying that.
Aaliyah got to respond because he was trying.
Because I hate that. I hate that we're y'all trying to say that we wanted to say men are disposable, because that's not the case. I don't think men are disposable at all.
You're proving the point.
You're not. I'm not proving nothing. I'm not.
All right, let her. Are you finished with your point, Saad?
Okay, I guess.
Okay, Aaliyah, what's your response?
so it's like it's literally proving the point that women see men as disposable, because you don't even see how it's not the same thing for women to mentally give their life to a man in a relationship, and a man physically, like literally giving his life for his wife or for his girlfriend, or for like, once you're dead, you're gone. There's no way for you to rebuild that. You can't try to rebuild your life and try to come back to life. Like, once you're dead, you're dead. Once you give your life for your partner, it's done. Your life is
And
given. It's over.
I don't
So
know if
when
you
a
ever really been
woman,
in
So
love.
let her finish the point.
so when women try to equate them mentally giving themselves to their man, or like whatever, like once trying to make that comparison, it just takes away from that greater sacrifice that men do for women, with protect, like for that, like giving them protection. Like that's a sacrifice. They're literally giving their entire life, so everything could be stripped from them. The same way you feel like everything is taken from a woman when she gives herself to a man in a relationship, or how everything's just taken from her, and it takes a really long time for her to rebuild that after she exits that relationship. There is no rebuilding for a man once he gives his life for a woman or for his woman. So it's literally not even on the same level. It's not even in the same
So
ballpark.
once again, for the second time, I never said a man to have to lay down his life for a woman.
But
I never
that's the
once
premise.
no
We
don't that's
understand
but
that you
I
didn't
don't
say
care.
it,
I
but
don't care.
we're
Okay, so
responding
this is
to
what
the
and
super
I'm
chat.
responding and I'm telling you what I'm saying. So I don't care what you I don't care. I'm saying what I'm saying. So it's like
But that's the
I don't
point.
understand, but no, because we always want to make things so black and white and we never want to look out the box. Like I don't know if any of y'all ever been in love or really been in like selflessness to a man to know how that is. But I mean, hey, I don't
Well,
know.
Sadia, can I
I think
respond?
I think
Brother
there's
Ham,
a
can
lot
I
of
respond
people
to Sadia real
are
quick? Because I don't want to lose the point that she made. It's not that what women do is less than what men do. It's just different, and it works
right.
together. That's
I
all
And
I'm
would
I
agree.
under
saying.
and I
Yeah,
understand that, and I agreed with you, Coco. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So on
I
that
agree
premise,
No,
with
I
you,
just
and
want to
I
make sure
agree
that you
with the
understand that I understand what you're saying.
yeah, and I understand what you're saying. We understand each other. I don't know what the hell everybody else is understanding. So it's like I understand
I'm
you.
gonna have to interject, right? Because here's what was actually being said: man giving his life. Then equivalent was introduced of her potentially dying while giving birth. Those were the two things that were being compared and contrasted. And so that's what we've been conversing about. If we want to
Yeah.
clarify what we meant now, that's different. But for the last 20 minutes, we've been conversing about those two things being comparative. Go ahead,
And
Alexis.
that's sorry.
No,
no, that was the and you said that so eloquently. That's what I was gonna put out there as far as the comparison. Like maybe it was an unfair comparison, but it was a comparison all the same. Just like how we talk about what women bring to the table and how sometimes it may not be equivalent to what the man can bring, but it still has value. It still has worth. So that's how I saw the point of view of bringing that into the equation. I'm a woman. Automatically what I bring is, and you're a man, it's not going to be the same. It's not. A lot of times. I mean,
and
all
I'll tell
that.
you this: pregnant women, and I'm gonna speak for all men. Pregnant women are protected. People see value in that, right? Men appreciate their wives giving birth for those kids, you know, especially when you've been there, right? It is a traumatic thing, especially since everything is like wrong, right? Why is she laying down, right? Right, when it's not that you can't even use gravity to your advantage, you know, stirrups and all this other shit, right? The epidural halfway working, right? Kids is breached and all this other shit. That shit ain't no joke, right? All my kids were born in the ICU, right? So you just, yeah, like there's an appreciation there, right? And shit is honorable, you know. But we was just trying to make a 1-to-1, you know. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1 to be magnified. You see,
And I think that was my point. It
that's
wasn't a 1-to-1.
initially it was compared like that. So now
Yeah,
we running it down, right? We clarifying it. It's fine.
yeah. I was,
Right?
and that's why I was saying I wasn't trying to make it a 1-to-1. So my bad.
Yeah.